Are we close enough?
Yeah.
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 Oh, you want me no closer to me, huh? Is that what you trying to say?
Chill out, dude.
What you trying to say?
So you guys are live.
Oh, we
Oh,
live.
we're live. Run it.
Guys, I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's Damon Johnson of DJ Realty Solutions. I am tired today, y'all. I'm here as a guest. Well, not a guest. I'm family with the Bally Team.
Oh, yeah.
Powered by U Mortgage. I've been here for a number of hours today. We had late lunch, early dinner. You got to break bread with the people. You always feed folks. You know, Trip hates my hospitality bug at me, but I like to feed the folk because if you feed them, they act a little better. They're like kids. So, wanted to, break bread, get to know people a little bit better. Then they had a meeting. I got prepped for my class with them. We did the class. Now it's time for Wine Wednesday. Now we get to relax a little bit. Yeah. And I'm here with a special guest. I'm not going to butcher this last name. It's Marcus Younan.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right
I got
point.
it right. I got it right.
Right on point.
Or if it's not, he's going to correct me.
No, Younan, Younan, whatever you want to say.
What do people usually say? You be like,
Younan.
I mean, because people are like Damien. I'd be like, no, that's Damien Owen. I'm Damien, like D-A-Y, but D-A-M-O-N.
Right.
Look at KT, I love it. So I know because sometimes I come on and I preach to them about purchase season and getting their credit together and yada, yada, yada. But sometimes the preaching needs to come from the actual person that controls the money.
Yeah.
So I thought, what better way to have you on, to have you give them a little bit of background about yourself. Y'all, where's my oh, well, look, we're doing already. When you see when I have my phone, I'm showing how to do the little things, y'all. Where is it at? No, that ain't it. Boop, boop. I wonder why. Oh, I gotta refresh. Okay. I'll refresh. And I see that's how we look to them. So
you look good.
When I
put on, you dressed up today. Huh?
I know, right? I put on real clothes.
Dressed up today.
It's interrupted. I don't know why it's paused. It'll do something.
You picked that tie to match with the bathroom wall.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So when you push, like when I have a big announcement or something, trying to be funny, I'll do like the news thing, and it'll come on the screen. Breaking news. Y'all, he is 20 years old. Well, 21, 20 and a half. 20. What you call that? Almost 21. So that's why we're drinking. This today. Plus, y'all know I went to the dentist. Lord, I got that back wisdom tooth pulled that wasn't bothering me, but the dentist was like, no, let me get that one.
Right, tough.
Y'all, I was so gassed up and so ready for it. And side note, I had a nerve pill before I went. I'm a truth teller. I'll tell y'all my truth. You know, the dentist is not my favorite place. But it went well. But let me tell you what happened. I was bleeding like a stuck pig. When you leave there, it's not like what you remember. Well, you still young. It's not like what you remember.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they used to like carry you to the car. You're going to be okay. They're like, here's a napkin and goodbye. I was like, damn. They give your prescriptions. You sign about your insurance, and there you go. I was at home like, well, that was a cheap date. Yeah. Damn. But I'm doing much better now. It's almost healed up. But the doctor said I can't have no liquor for 2 weeks. Damn. I've never been to a Super Bowl game without beer, at least a glass of wine. And I'm not a big liquor drinker, but I have it in my house, and I'll have a drink or whatever, a margarita. Yeah. Super Bowl. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what? Maybe I'll make a virgin margarita. Lord. So that's Hawaiian punch, or what is that? But y'all, he's 20. You know, I go on tangents. I'm gonna keep it another hour. He's 20. If I knew, and it's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Mm-hmm. If I knew what y'all is a different generation. If I knew I think y'all are like super smart with the money and the numbers. Y'all listen. When I was 20, I was still passed out drunk on the floor like what? I was not closing loans or working in the office. I was curse flat. I was still in college, so I know I was drunk on the floor. But I commend y'all. I learned so much from y'all. I hope that my audience learns a lot. We're going to put all your contact information on there. Trip. It's going to put all your contact information. I know they're going to have questions and want their loans closed, and here they are. So tell them a little bit about yourself and how you got to be here.
So, Marcus Younan from the Bally Team. I'm the branch manager here. So pretty much my background is I worked at 2 different brokerages before I came to this broker. before I came.
Jesus
to
at 14, huh?
No, I started in the game when I was 18. I started during I think it was right before COVID. Kind of got in the game.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, came on as like a client care specialist, telemarketer, whatever you want to call it, and then I fell in love with it. Honestly, started off cold calling, fell in love with that, and then started getting deeper into it. And that was the refi boom. So everyone's gonna refinance.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But like now, coming here, open up the purchase avenue for me. So now I'm just doing both.
Do you like, since you've done both and been at multiple offices?
Mm-hmm.
People are always, LOL, I say, oh, refi.
Mm-hmm.
But as a realtor, we be like this, I don't get paid off of none of that. So we be like, purchase. But I understand people do refi.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that refis can be less of a headache for y'all. But which one do you really like? Ooh, I'm going to really knock this out today. But purchase, I know take longer. Which one do you feel like?
I mean, yeah, refinances all day. They're more easier for like loan officers. But like, it's not. If you're a LO that's thinking short term, they're gonna say refi all day. But if you have a loan officer to where this is their career, this is what they're trying to do long term, they'll choose purchase all day just because it's a more long term type of business. Like you're helping somebody buy a home, like and especially first time home buyers. Like I'm getting you into your first home. They're gonna remember you for sure. A refinance, it's like, oh, you lower my rate.
Right. It's like an oil change. Like,
yeah.
Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Whereas the purchase, to me, on the realtor end, will hopefully turn into a refi for you.
Right.
It's like,
and that's why it's also long term, because now you're getting a purchase, and then if they ever want to refinance, hopefully they'll remember you to come back to refinance. You know what I'm saying? So purchases is more long term. But if you ask the guys that are trying to be in the game, trying to do it through the refi boom and get out, yeah, they're gonna say refi all day. But we all know purchase game is what it is.
the purchase game is hot for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of purchases, where's my drum? We need I don't have that button. I'll do breaking news again. Breaking news. They got a hot new program. I'm gonna be quiet and let him explain it, because when I first heard it, I was like this. What? Like, oh. So I'm gonna hit my breaking news button.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't listen to nothing else today, listen to Marcus explain this hot, great new program. The floor is yours.
So as a broker, we work with many different lenders, right? So one of the lenders that we're working with is offering a 0 down payment program, to where you can get into a home with basically no down payment, which is unheard of. It almost probably sounds too good to be true, to be honest. But so pretty much you can have where we'll cover the full 3.5. Well, number one, it has to be an FHA loan. You can make it to where we'll cover the full 3.5% rate of the down payment to get you into the home. There's a couple qualifications, but it's not something that's like impossible to attain. So your borrower, the income has to be 140% of the county median income. It has to be an FHA loan, and you have to be a first-time home buyer. So the good news is, for all the first-time home buyers, they can get into the home.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, this is huge.
Yeah. And then let's say, they're covering your full down payment. The pricing is not as good as you can even do another option, which is 2% down. You'll put 2% down. They'll cover the other 1.5%, but you'll get better pricing. So now you're getting best of both worlds. So you can get into the home with obviously less money out of your pocket. That's the goal, So a lot of people have been hitting me up for it. I have been qualifying a couple of people here and there for it. But the good thing is it's different from like a Mishta. Like, how you've done
assistance. Me don't like that Mishta. And I'll tell you why when he's doing what I don't like about Mishta.
Mm-hmm. So, spilled over here. So it's not like Mishta. The difference is there's no repayment required. It doesn't come off as like a second lien on your home. So pretty much when you come back to refinance, you can do that without paying it off. You know what I'm saying? So basically we're covering your down payment, and there's no repayment required.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned the no repayment. Not to knock anybody who's close with Mishta. Maybe it was me that didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I found out. I think either Bally may have told me this. Yeah, he did. He told me this is when, I don't know if you remember. God, yeah, because you're 10. You remember when Mishta, I remember hearing about it. Then it got hot like about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
When they, like right around COVID time,
right.
It got like a boom. And everybody was like, oh, they giving me $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
And the realtors, we was like, who?
Yeah.
We could never pinpoint who the like lender was. They were like, oh, I'm going to a program where they give me this paper. And I was still sitting there like, but who? I was
Yeah.
like, is it real money?
Sounds too good to be true. It has to be a catch.
I was
There has to be a
like,
catch.
nobody just giving you, and I didn't want to sound like Damon
Right.
Downer, but I was like, are you giving it as a credit
Yeah.
or is it? I didn't know whether it was EMD, down payment, or closing credit because I was trying to tell them, is it up to $10,000 for Mister, or what are they giving you? So, long story short, I had a client that did Mister. Lord gee, look where my lady at? Lord. Thank God, her and I were friends, but I told her in the beginning, this isn't my specialty. I'm a truth teller. I try to be. I was like, yeah, this is not what I usually do. I know a guy who does them. Let's roll the dice. Let's go. We doing the loan. It took, wow. I'm trying to think. Shout out to Justin Davies. He had to help me close. It wasn't even his job. It was John Verhagen's brother had to help me close. He used to be underwriter at United. It took 2.5 months.
Wow.
It took so long that I almost gave up. Not the client. I was like, this is not going to work. It's not going to work. So I always tell people it has to be backed by something.
Right.
When the client brings you information, I'll be sitting there like this. No.
Mm-hmm.
Coming from you, loan officer, backed by Bally Team, you mortgage, this program is what I'm going to be pushing. And if you don't take advantage of it now, hear the sound of my voice, then I don't tell you. Because I get a lot of people, oh, well, I'm almost there and I need this and I need that. Well, here is your gimme. Here it is. And if you meet those qualifications, and I'm going to put the information up, so we'll come back and we may do a Facebook Live about this. And here we go, Facebook Friday. FHA Fridays, here we go. I'm always thinking of something, right?
That's a good one.
So I'm like, here you go.
Steal that.
Right? You can steal that. I'm gonna be in the background like this. Like, you know when that meme when Jesus come over like this. I saw you steal my thing. So I tell people, I don't care what your cousin, co-worker. I'm like, who's LO?
Right.
Like, who mentioned this program? So I'm gonna get the program stuff from Marcus. I'm gonna put it on my page. I'm gonna blast it out. But know that you have to come to the Bally Team to get it. Everybody doesn't have this.
No.
So I don't want you to post. I don't want people, my faithfuls, to see the post like, oh, I'm going down the street. I'm like, they don't have it. You have to be here. You have to be here. And on top of that, just a lot of announcements today. Let me give y'all another one.
Oh, no way.
Let me give y'all another
one. What are we talking about
here? When you use this, DJ Realty Solutions, but you have to close with the Bally Team. It has to be a purchase. I'm not doing refis with this. Has to be a purchase, has to be at least $150. I will cover your appraisal and your inspection.
Wow. Breaking news. I didn't even know you didn't give me a warning.
I know I can't warn you.
You guys just giving out houses.
Right. So basically you gotta just show up. So basically you gotta show up and pick out your damn house. Our costs
are already low.
Like, right, your costs are already low, and you can close in 15, 20 days. So that's max. So there you go. So you got $0 down from the Bally Team. I'm gonna cover your appraisal and your inspection. But listen here.
I'll drink a champagne with you.
Oh, but listen here. Don't y'all be talking about I'm gonna do an inspection on those 10 houses. So like, hey, this is it. When I pay for the inspection, this is it. Yeah. So not you looky-loos. You know who you are out there in the world. Not you looky-loos. I'm talking about this is it. Your financing is in place. You've already met with Marcus and the Bally Team. Mm-hmm. Here you go. Damon pay for their stuff. I'm gonna not begrudgingly, because I'm all the way helping people in this spring season. I'm gonna get a jump start for spring. So I'm gonna cut this check. We'll spend Tripp's money. We'll have like on the what's the thing? John Madden. We're spending not John Madden, Terry Bradshaw's money. We're spending Terry's money. But no, I will cover your appraisal and your inspection. So get ready, my inspectors. I'm going to be calling you because they know a lot of people, and I'm thinking people are going to take advantage of this. I'm hoping so. I don't know when we'll cut it off. What's today? It's February. We'll do a couple months. We'll do. How long does $0 down last?
This is a program. This is a whole program.
Oh, we'll do it till the money run out. So
this is a whole program. This is in place.
We'll do it till my money runs out. Now you'll know when my money runs out. I'll be like, hey,
You'll see a lot more FaceTime lives from Damon's phone.
Right. Be like, what happened to trip, girl? I couldn't do all that. But no, I think that's great for purchase season. So you have FHA 0 down from you.
Mm-hmm.
You got DJ Realty partnered with the Bally Team to do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, actually, we have another program.
Oh shoot!
We got programs all over the place. You guys got. If you want to get a home, it's now. But there's another program where we're actually covering appraisals as well. So like,
so he don't cover it, I'll cover it.
So if you qualify for the program with us, we'll just save Damon's money. We'll take the fee. Don't worry about it.
And of course,
you got to go through Damon though.
Right, you gotta go through it, and I'll do your inspection.
Inspection. There we go. Now you get the inspection free. You got the appraisal free. You got zero. What else?
So you gotta bring up. Now you gotta bring us a bottle of wine. Like
you gotta get us a closing gift.
Right, like you gotta get us a closing gift.
But you do have to take a picture.
Right,
Picture.
you gotta take the picture.
Post
Be like this. You know we be like this.
Post it on all your social medias.
Right.
That's right.
The reason I think these programs are great and that we're giving stuff, we're trying to help combat the rates going up. And I'm not usually this is Marcus' department. It's not Damon's department.
Right.
Rates really aren't my thing. I mentioned them. I try to mention them once or twice on Wine Wednesday. Here we go. But just know this is the year. I think this is it as far as rates. I think that this is it. I think they're gonna be 5 in a minute.
Oh, big time.
I think this is it. Even refi, purchase, buy, whatever you're thinking about doing, I think now is the time because it just is.
Plus, I even heard that the prices of homes are supposed to go up even more this year.
They can't go up no more.
That's what I heard. Is that not? This is your department.
When I tell you, when I look at real comp and I put up the house, I'll be looking like this. Wait 1 minute. I've never seen so many homes start with a 2 in my life. Everything is 200,000. Yeah. And when I tell you, it used to be like 200,000. Yay! I'm getting a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch in Sterling Heights, baby. Listen, because people will send me neighborhoods like, oh, I'm moving to Warren. I'm gonna find what? Where? I'll be looking like I'm moving to Pontiac. I'll be like, hi, United is in Pontiac. So is what is it? Amazon, Google? What's the blue truck? Amazon? That Amazon?
Blue truck is Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah. So Pontiac isn't cheap no more. Like I don't think anything Oakland, Detroit isn't cheap.
Right.
You can find some things that are reasonable, but the prices now they're not going down.
No,
they aren't. I think in the clients that I've been working with, 200 is really like base starting. Unless you're getting the condo, and condos have went up, townhouses have went up. It's just, I don't want to say it's too expensive, but now is the time. Yeah. I think you rolling pennies together and come see us and call us and text us and be like, hey, listen, because rent went up. Yeah. I know some people who are paying $1,800 for a 2-bedroom. Wow. I'm like, where y'all work at? Yeah. Like, I'm like, what? No. I have not seen an apartment here that's worth $1,800. I'm like, you get this. See all these nice, you can tell it's not my hand. You can tell these nice, neat numbers. You call us, text us, smoke signal, whatever. Let us get you into a home or you buy that condo. So that way you can save some money and take your trips this year because you go shopping and stuff. Everything I think went up. I was looking on, it's so funny. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get some new brown Ferragamo's. I'm wearing brown today. I looked and was like, oh shit, maybe I'm gonna just wear them old brown shoes. Whereas I was like, oh, I'm going to Bally's off. I'm gonna give me some new shoes. I was like, all right. I looked and was like, was my Ferragamo that high last time? You know how it's weird when you look at stuff online at the price, you think twice. Right. When you're in the store, I'm like this. Oh yeah, give it to me. So I looked and was like, well, I'm only doing Wine Wednesday. They can't see my shoes anyway. So they ain't never seen these brown shoes. I'm gonna wear that. Get yourself out of there. You talk yourself out. But everything has went up, and it's just you have to be a smart shopper, and you have to act. You can't sit around now and be like, oh, I'm taking my tax return and going to Mexico. Girl, don't do that. Do not do that. I've had potential clients who, and I try not to judge. They wanted a program like this, goose egg, zero down, that didn't exist at the time.
Mhm.
But they flew to Jamaica. They were in Vegas. They were in Miami. I was like, well, there go your house. Your
That's
suitcase.
your down payment.
That's your down payment, your closing costs, your taxes for the year, your insurance. You've done everything.
Yeah.
Because there are fees that buyers have to pay, that sellers have to pay, but we're trying to give everybody a leg up. But you cannot go get the new Grand Cherokee and think you're gonna get your house. It's just, unless you really got it going on, but it's not going. You usually can't do both. I tell people, get the house first. The house will pay for everything else.
Right.
You do it damn refi. Go get the Mustang. Like, hey, here we go. But you have to have the house because that payment doesn't go up.
Right.
Your tax fluctuates sometimes, but your rent goes up every year. Every time your lease comes up, they have you sign, and it goes up 20, 50. That starts to add up over a while. But with your house payment, your mortgage, it stays the same.
And you're building equity.
Right, you're building equity because you can't go to your landlord and be like, give me $5,000 right quick. I'm gonna pay you right back. Like give me $5,000 right quick or whatever.
Yeah, like a lot of people are doing cash outs right now.
Yeah,
because the market's so high. If they've been paying for the past 5 to 10 years, they're actually pulling cash out of their home because now it works as an investment. You know, they say your home is always your biggest investment.
Yep.
This is why they say that, because now people are pulling cash out. Now they're pulling cash out to pay off their debts. They're, some people are getting new cars. I mean, I had a guy got a new Corvette with a cash out, so it's like.
Let me put y'all on pause. Where's my pause button? So listen, I gotta no. It's just so right now, it's like not like an emergency, but it's like time to take action now to me. We're not to an emergency situation, but you don't want them to do breaking news, and here comes who, talking about, rates is 10%. Yeah. And then people going to call like, what should I do? I'm like, you should have bought that damn house in February.
Exactly. Don't wait around.
I tell y'all, I didn't work in the winter. That was a lie. I've been working all this winter. Every year I say, I'm not showing no house this winter. I've been busy like I'm busy every winter. I had a few days off, and I took advantage of it, but I got a text from a client. I saw your text, Dennis. I saw it. I'm not ignoring you. I've been in meetings all day where they want to see houses. And it's not, I get it's a sense of urgency. We got outbid on a house this weekend by cash. The cash buyer is back. I thought they left last year. No, they're back. Yeah. And I was like, how do you want us to compete with cash? Well, I'll tell you how. When you use the Bally Team, I can close it in 10 days. It's going to take you 10 to close even with cash, so you got to go through title. And you know what happens with cash? They don't have it when it's time to close. I've had a few cash deals, cash buyers that I told my client who was selling the house, I was like, excuse me, guys. I said, we're going to accept this, but I'm going to keep it active or accepting backup. Because people think they have the cash, but they're dependent on grandma to give me that 50 from her retirement. Yeah. Or the husband has to do his 401k at work, and that may take a month. Because people think that they have, when they say cash, I mean cash. I don't mean crypto. I mean fiat money. Like, you have to have that. And what happens is when you get close to the closing day, when title sends it out, they're like, oh, I'm 10 grand short. Can y'all reduce price? I'm like, no. Yeah. So a mortgage can be the cash buyer. It's all about the loan officer and the lender that you choose. Exactly. You know, if you close in with Bally, you know you're going to close 10 to 15 days. It just is what it is. And no title company is going to move that fast. No way, because you got to submit it. They got to order it. You still, sometimes even with cash, now they want the appraisal still. So there you are. There's your 10, 15 days right there. Exactly. Because the appraisal don't care that you're using cash. You still got to get the appraisal. So
either way you're waiting, you're saying
either way, right, you might as well. Yeah. And then I tell people, don't spend your last dime getting this house. Yeah. Why would you take your whole retirement and get this house and the roof collapse? I'm like, oh, what you gonna do?
Or you might dump it in the house and the market crashes.
Now you have nothing. Yeah. Some people will take their last cent on this earth and buy a house. And I'm like, ooh, no, get a mortgage. I'm like, get a loan. Like, don't do that, because if something happens. I've also had where I've had to tell people no, because they're taking their last money trying to get the loan. I'm like, ooh, you need to wait, because you're gonna be house poor and you're not gonna like me. I always tell people, like, about October, November, around those wine Wednesdays, hey gang, if you haven't bought it by now, let's wait till next year.
Yeah.
Because for me, November, December, January are 3 of the most expensive months of the year. You got the holidays, you got Christmas, you got the snow, you got this, you got that. The money is going out. It's not so much coming in. I tell people, you might want to wait till February. You might want to wait till March. I'm not that realtor. I don't want you dirt house poor, not be. I want you to be. I always tell people, I want you to be able to go to Target. When you got a house. Shout out to Target. I'm taking sponsors with this Black History Month. I want you to be able to go to Target. I want you to be able to go out to Savvy Sliders. I want you, shout out to Savvy Sliders. Y'all really did a good job today. I brought the team lunch today.
Really good.
Y'all brought it on time. Y'all didn't bring my damn fries, though.
Oh, no way. I was in there. I'm like there's no fries?
Yeah. On y'all menu, see, they texted now. On y'all menu, it said chicken fingers and fries. The team, y'all owe the Bally Team fries. So, yeah, y'all owe the fries.
We'll go get it right now.
Yes, Colin, I got a shirt and tie. I had a shirt and tie on because I had to teach class and I couldn't come my usual,
Oh, yeah, Damien dressed up today.
My hoodie was looking at me like this. Where you going? I was like,
You guys got a substitute teacher, Mr. Johnson.
right, y'all the substitute teacher came with a shirt and tie on. But first impressions, I like to give people,
Oh, yeah.
You know what? And the reason I do that, I had a meeting with somebody, they should remember their name is. Do you know they came in looking like anything? And I was sitting there like, I don't mean you got to be suited and booted, but I was like, could you at least rent an iron over them slacks? I was like, damn.
Yeah, at least something.
And I couldn't focus on what he was saying because I was busy with the wrinkled pants. I was like, damn. And I was, so we're in the real estate mortgage business. Presentation is half the battle. So, bing, here we go. Right, like bing. Right, like, like here we go. I want to get your thoughts on areas. What area to you, where you kind of on a different end, but you still talk to people, what areas to you around here are like hot? And you're like, dang, how did that happen?
Yeah, like Troy, around this area. This area is hot. Rochester Hills, a lot of people like going to Rochester Hills. Some of the west side. Bloomfield.
You coming in? Lord, we got a visitor from the president. Here you go. Now he didn't want to do wine Wednesday.
No, this is the president right here, bro. This is the president right here. What's up, homie?
What areas are hot for you? You said Troy, Rochester. You must come on back here, Sandra. You didn't came in the room now.
Clinton Township.
You like Clinton Township?
Yeah, Clinton Township.
Because that's where he lives. That's
where. Right, you want to
go? Shelby, Macomb. Yeah, that's where it is.
Shelby's expensive. Shelby like boomed overnight.
Yeah, it was great.
Shelby used to be
a great one on TK. Say it again.
Shelby used to be Rochester's little bratty brother, and then it was like, hey, look at us.
Yeah.
Well, same thing for Macomb. Macomb was just Lakeside Mall, and then I'm a little older than everybody. It was Lakeside, and then it was just like boom. It was everything. I was like, it's crazy.
No, Shelby's the bad. I live in Shelby.
Oh, see, they claiming that. Well, I'm gonna shout out Bloomfield. I'm just saying. We were shouting out, where they live at, and here we go. So,
what do you want to tell Joe Byron right now?
Joe said DC is hot. DC too. East Coast too expensive. I can't. That's another. What's going on, Carl? So, you're thinking? You said Shelby. You like the Shelby. You in Shelby. Is Shelby great for? How can I put this in a nice way? Is Shelby growing, or are people still clawing for the houses that are available? Like Macomb is to me, I don't know where Macomb. I don't know where y'all getting this land from.
I feel like Macomb's growing. That's like a lot of new houses.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
A lot of new builds. That's what it is.
To me, I look at Shelby as still part of Oakland County, but is Shelby Macomb?
Yeah, I think it's considered Macomb. Yeah.
Shelby's. I consider Shelby Oakland because it's so close to Rochester. But yeah, I think Shelby. Yeah. I think Shelby is Macomb.
Yeah, all day.
Hey, Demetrius, how are you? when I went the last time I was in Shelby, they were building, and I was like, because I did an event with Q. God, this was years ago. Hey, sister, on the old proving grounds that GM owns, and I was looking like, I wonder why they ain't sold this and put no houses right here because it's huge, it's beautiful. Shelby reminds me of Macomb, but more laid back, kind of.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder why don't nobody really build here. I didn't get it. But Macomb, like Macomb Township, that little part, I don't know where these neighborhoods are coming from.
Oh yeah, they're building.
I sold a house to my cousin, and his sub that he bought in was, you could tell it was newer, but it was on the end of being new. It was like they had built one part and his part was the second part.
Yeah.
And then like they jumped across the street to build the other ones.
Right.
And so when I went back out to his house, I was like, where did that sub come from? It was like cornfields, and then it was like, I went back and was like, houses? I don't know. I wish Troy would build some new houses. Lord, can y'all, Lord.
Troy's expensive. I'm not allowed. I'd love to live here. It's like right, by work, whatever.
Troy always has gone by their tag, the safest city in America. I'm just saying what they say. I'm just saying that's what, if you look on the internet, what they say. I don't know the actual numbers. Troy, to me, is like old money, kinda-ish. It's always been nice. It's always been expensive, but not crazy expensive.
Yeah. Like
it is now. To me, it's 300 plus.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like it's going down any. It's like, same thing like Ferndale. My office is in Ferndale. I'm like, good, Google and Google these houses. I'm like, Madison Heights or Clawson or something. I didn't know Clawson was so expensive.
Yeah, I used to live in Madison Heights too.
I'm just like, come on. But Troy, I think what leads to Troy being so attractive, expensive, the schools, chef's kids, everybody loves the schools.
It's in the middle of every, you can
they call, because y'all on Millionaire Row. They call Big Beaver Millionaire Row because you got Somerset, you used to have the Kmart headquarters.
Everything's in Troy.
Everything's in Troy, so it's like all the brokerages, all the titles, a lot of the realtors, the banks, everything is off Big Beaver, Crooks, Coolidge Highway, restaurants. You want to. The steakhouses are all here.
Exactly, yeah.
So you kind of get big city feel with small town neighborhood. So you give it a good mix. The only thing I think Troy is missing is a downtown.
Yeah.
They really if Troy had a are you kidding me? Shit. If Troy had a downtown, I think they would squish Royal Oak.
That'd be badass.
I think it would squish Royal Oak.
Troy would be the best city.
I think Troy would be like unstoppable. If they had a downtown, I don't know where they would put it, but if they had like a central area, like Auburn Hills by me, they made a downtown kind of so weird. Really? It used to just was on Auburn, and they slapped up some of those. I don't know if you see those jailhouse looking condos. Yeah. Where it looks like a jailhouse is really like condos. I'm like, what is that? So they put a couple of them there. They had added a couple new restaurants, a couple coffee shops. They put an apartment for Oak University right there. I was like, wow. Alakazam. And they built a little water park for the kids. I was like, here's your downtown. And that's where I bought the liquor from today. Shout out to Happy Hour in Auburn Hills. They want to do what Brian was with me too. I try to shop local as much as I can. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Happy Hour Auburn Hills. I'm gonna buy right from them. And I got out and I looked around and I was like, they have made this place kind of a downtown. Here we go. It's so weird. I was like, oh, they kind of have something for you to do. So I was like, oh, here we are. So shout out to the towns that are getting it. People they have to compete with Detroit now. These neighborhoods and these cities have to compete with Detroit because all our teams are there. Yeah. The new restaurants are there. Midtown is fantastic. Yeah. Good God.
It's good to see.
And Midtown is so funny because there's two parts to Midtown. Yeah. I was like, we were at this one bar. I was like, well, what is this? It was just with people everywhere. And it was so funny. My audience knows me. it's gonna be a little racial, y'all. Just bear with me. It's Black History Month. I knew Midtown was back when I saw this Asian lady pushing her baby, and I was like, you know how you look at me like, well, this demographic isn't, or this is different. And I think me and Beth in the car, we look like this. They finna take over. Like, oh no, I love Detroit. It's so funny to me when me and Trip shoot in Detroit. We always look around. Well, he does, and he's always working. I look around like, damn, this is like we were at work. We were at Campus Marshes.
Yeah, for the Christmas video.
You couldn't 5 years ago. You couldn't have threw me at Campus Marshalls to shoot no video. I'd have been like, what? I ain't going down there. Detroit used to be club, go home, or concert, go home.
Right.
Now people are just like there. So the cities have to compete with that. Because I think once Detroit figures the neighborhood part out, these cities, it's over.
Yeah.
Once they figure out the new build suburb feel of their neighborhoods,
man, I'd love to see that.
It'll be curtains because you already Midtown is what, $3,000 for a studio?
Yeah.
Downtown, my cousin, his girlfriend is paying like $2,500 for like a one bedroom. I was like, good God.
That's a lot.
But it's just the nature of it because it's a city and it's happening. And here we are, but we were at, I was going to say the Palace, Lord, I'm dating myself. We were at, what did the Pistons play now? LCA?
Little Caesars.
I didn't see I still say Pine Knob. So we were at LCA, and I turned around, they were building something else.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, well, what is that? It's always something to see and do. So I'm ranting, but get out and explore your area. Mm-hmm. Don't ever pigeonhole yourself up. Oh, I want to live here and that's that. Or I would never stay in Shelby, or Rochester's known for this. These cities have changed.
Yeah, getting better.
They are getting better. They want you there. I'm not saying move to the UP or nothing like that, but I'm saying explore your area. You don't have to live an hour from your job anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't know how people drive 2 hours and an hour. This one guy was like, oh, I work in Ann Arbor. I said, every day? I was like what? Like, no, so just explore your area and find something you like. You give them a call, you send them a text, you do all that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you the rapid fire question. What time do we got? We got time for questions? What time is the trip?
6:37.
Oh, we got plenty of time. Hot seat.
What's going on?
What is your ideal client? Should they call you like, I'm getting ready to move in 6 months? Should they call you, I'm getting ready to move, I'm getting put out tomorrow? Or I got the money, no credit? Or I got the credit, no money? What do you like to see coming through your door?
So, well, first of all, someone who's looking to move within the next 120 days, just because of the fact that a pre-approval only lasts for 120 days. So it's like,
Did y'all hear that?
120 days pre-approval. So if you're moving in 6 months, call me, connect with me, let me know what's going on. But like at the end of the day, I'm not going to give you a pre-approval now for 6 months later, just because we're going to have to do it again. There's no point. So someone who's ready to move in within 120 days, 4 months, someone who has at least, if I want to talk like perfect client, at least a 640 credit score and above.
Y'all hear that?
At least 640. So work on your credit, and then at least have reserves in the bank account to make that down payment. And then make sure you're working full time. There's no, make sure you're not like you didn't come to me and then the past 2 weeks you've been off because of vacation. You're showing me a pay stub that's showing less hours. So make sure you have like full time type income. But if you're self-employed, make sure you have your tax returns ready. Make sure the tax returns are ready. Yeah.
Going through it, right?
Make sure you need what paper?
Yeah, exactly. So like if you're self-employed, it's always tough getting a mortgage for self-employed. It's reality. But
they're making 2 years of it. I'm like, what?
There's new news though. They're making it easier. There's no more. We don't need any more profit and loss statements.
Yeah, because we didn't know how to do them no way. We was like,
exactly.
I'm gonna put this here and that there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Better or worse, they've been retrofitting all the like PayPal and Venmo sites so that you will be getting, again, better or worse, accurate tax statements.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that.
So it's, I mean, one hand, if you're trying to be sneaky, they know all the money you made through Venmo, through PayPal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other hand, if you're trying to buy a house,
you
can
need
actually
it,
show,
yeah.
like, look, I am getting X amount of dollars. Through
Exactly.
These pay sites.
Yeah, but if you're self-employed, you're coming to me. Make sure you have 2 years of personal and business tax returns ready, all pages. That way we can calculate your income and we can figure out how much you're approved for, because we don't want to obviously approve you for something you're not approved for. But no more P&L. So I mean, it makes it easy for a lot of people
that's
to get
huge.
approved. You know what I mean? So that's about it. Honestly, 640 credit. And if you don't have a realtor, you know what I'm sending you. So
Look at that Jesus lady and like, yeah, I'm
get it
like,
closed 20 days in and out, make it a good process, and yeah, I mean that's kind of like a perfect plan.
we'll see you at the refi table. I won't be at your refi table. I'm gonna lean back over like this. You can give me a bottle. You can give me a case of Coke, cherry Coke, that is.
You'll still get a sweetest day card.
Right, you still get cards from me, but I won't be at your stuff. It's all good. What is your nightmare scenario client?
Nightmare?
You know I'm good, bad, ugly. What's your nightmare? Like, oh God, no.
Man, like a variable income, like if they have like some special type of income where it's like, I don't know, some of these guys are like crazy. I don't know, like some people have crypto and like they want to use cryptocurrency.
Oh Lord, I'm talking about crypto scare me in Bally Hat. Jesus, gee, that's a whole nother show.
I mean, it's a newer, like it's becoming normal, but it's like it's sometimes tough to qualify. It's like one guy came to me, hey, I do day trading in stocks. So I mean, if you have yeah, like he has no job, but like if you have the right documentation, very easy because we got good processing. You know, our back end is really good, but like. Yeah, it's just tough when you're doing like special income stuff, like you know.
You know what's so funny about the crypto NFT stuff?
Yeah, and I don't know.
And shout out to MJMD to my stuff because I got an NFT and it was like, well, how do you? I lost money in stocks, but gained money in NFT. So it was like, here, you do that. I'm like, I don't know, but I've had clients who've had crypto. And the DTI stuff, shout out to the Bally Team because I was like, oh, and it helped me and my broker. Shout out to I'm just shouting at everybody today. It helped us, and I tell everybody. I told our whole office, ask your clients how are they closing? Yeah. Because they will try to bring crypto money and try to cash it out the day before. Yeah. No. I'm like, oh, that's gonna jack your DTI out. I don't know how to calculate DTI, but I know that's gonna mess it up. So they end up working it out. I didn't ask no questions. I was at the table like, here we go. That crypto NFT, people are still figuring it out, but I always say, whoever figures it out first is gonna win. So maybe y'all, whoever figures out how to back this stuff to really get a physical home. I don't mean a house in the metaverse, because I'm buying a house in the metaverse this year. I am. Yeah. I have no idea. I own 16, 17, 18, like 40 NFTs. Oh, really? Yeah, 2 that made great money. The other 16 are okay. And then I own these other ones I'm just waiting on to see what they do. But it's a scary, adventurous place. Mm-hmm. But the stock market, my stocks did this. Bam. Oh, I know. Yeah. When I lost my shirt and my pants. Yeah, I was like, if that was, and I wasn't expecting to get rich overnight. You know, they send that statement to you, and you be like this. Like, no. Yeah. Like, no. No. I had to do another closing to make up for that. Yeah. I took another loan, like, I got to make up for this somehow. So
same with crypto. I mean, I have some money in crypto that's sinking. It tanked.
It tanked. Yeah. See, for mine, I only put in. I got lucky. I only bought enough Ethereum to buy the NFTs I wanted. The money I had left over in NFTs, in Ethereum, was like maybe $500-600. So I let it just grew. I didn't add anything else to it. So then when I bought this other NFT, I bought Jason Marina. Shout out to Jason Marina. I bought this other guys who works with Gary. I bought one of his, but I bought it with the leftover Ethereum money from my original purchase. Yeah. I haven't put any more money in Ethereum, but they said, now you're supposed to buy it because you buy the dip. And I don't. Yeah. I always tell people, don't, just like with houses, don't buy more than what you can afford to lose. So, Because you cannot, when you buy the stock or NFT, you can't come and close it up the next day.
Right.
It has to go through this bank, that you have to sell it. You have to like bid it back.
Yeah.
You have to take your Ethereum back to Coinbase. The Coinbase then they take their money out.
Yeah.
Then it transfers back to your bank, who takes their money out. So you start off with 1,000, now you at 500.
Exactly.
You're like, well, I be damn. I couldn't. That's why I didn't want to go crazy with crypto NFTs, because I'm still finding out about it.
I don't like investing something I don't
It
know.
changes. Yeah. But like the stock market, I brought blindly. I really didn't understand everything.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, everybody says they're an expert until you lose your money.
Exactly.
Buy the damn house. I'm just saying. Like, if the housing market crashes, you still got the damn house.
Exactly.
When crypto and stocks crash, people look at each other like this. You want this stock? Here, take this from me. I'm just like, because my stock guy, I talked to him last night. Shout out G-Way. He was like, damn, you might as well keep it. And I was like, and do what with it? He said, wait till it gets back up to where you need it to be. Then settle. I was like, he said it's called like a 52-week dip. I said, what the hell is that? He says, well, you lose money for the year. I was like, what? I'm not. Research. I didn't do enough research, and there it is. So that's why I'm running a house special now. Zero down Bally.
Exactly. What it comes down to is real estate is the safest investment.
It's the safest investment
investment
because
always.
It's something that you can touch. I'm old school. You can touch it. That crypto you can't touch. You be like, they didn't even send me a statement. They was like, it's in your digital wallet. I was like, well, where's my digital wallet? It's in the cloud. Well, where is the thing? So as an older statesman, I'm telling y'all, So when you come with like some income documents, and then when they tell you because you're alone, they tell you what you need when they meet with you. They Skype, Lord, when they Zoom with you, or remember what happened to Skype?
I never used Skype.
I remember. Zoom came out of nowhere because remember we were all using Skype.
Exactly during COVID.
I know Zoom Skype like, damn, what happened to us? I know they probably pissed. Bad marketing. You tell them what they need, they bring it, then the process starts. Do you like to talk to them while it's going on, or do you just hover, or do you like more hands-on, or what style do you like to talk to them as the process is going on?
What do you mean, like
we got the pre-approval from you.
Yeah.
I'm out, not driving, probably riding with the client in the back of the car. Do you want to know from me when we submitted the deal, or I sent the end, or you want to know, okay.
All day, yeah. So like so I always tell my clients, hey, whenever you put an offer on a home, let me know, give me the address. And then also, if you can, I will either ask you or the client, hey, give me the listing agent's info.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling the listing agent, hey, this is my client, just to hype up the offer a little bit, just so it gets accepted. It's more like, hey, we ran it through the AUS, the underwriting systems. This is his DTI. He qualifies for it. Great. He has the funds for the down payment. This deal will close in 15, 20 days.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we hype. We call a listing agent and hype up the deal a little bit. Just give them more info. The more info they have, the more comfortable they feel.
Because that helps. Because they have so many offers coming in on the same house. Exactly. You got 15 offers, and here we are, and it's Saturday, and they're like, whatever. What I like about you guys is that y'all are big proponents of the follow-up, the follow-through, because it's so important. I was doing a loan with a bank that shall remain nameless. We'll call it Ace Bank. You get the hint. I don't want to get sued.
It rhymes with Chase.
It was with Ace Bank, and it was what holiday? Thanksgiving. I know people weren't doing. In my head, I was like, okay, Wednesday or Friday, nobody's doing really. They're in the office, but they're not in the office. Like, you know what I mean? You got to take that Thursday or Friday. Right. So the loan officer went on vacation Monday before Thanksgiving and came back December 6th. I said, well, what? Did he quit? I was like, I work with loan officers. I thought I was in sales. Nobody takes a vacation like that. I was like, at the end of them. You mean to tell me you taking off at the end and the beginning of the month? You got deals going on? And he left his assistant to deal with our stuff, and we were like, So what do we like? Yeah, it was a mess. So what I like about y'all and using loan officers / brokers, I made that claim early this year. I'm not dealing with banks and credit unions this year. I did it a little bit last year.
Yeah.
It was like skiing uphill. It was just a no. That a lot of our business happens on the weekend. That's when we show houses Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Usually don't show them at the beginning of the week, show at the end of the week. And I'm not saying you got to be in the car with us, but I would like to be like, hey, I put an offer in and blah, 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 blah.
Exactly.
So I tell people, I was like, be careful who you get these loans with. Yeah. Because if they not going to be able to answer questions, I don't see your personal information. Yeah. They don't right. They don't share your stuff. The only thing I get from the loan officer is your pre-approval. I don't know any of that. I don't want to know that. That's your own personal finance, your business, your work history, all of that. All I know is your pre-approval that. Let's go. So I tell people you have to really vet who you're doing business with. Yeah. Can they close? Are they available? Did they talk to you? Did you understand what they were saying to you?
Exactly. You know what's going on.
Right, because you shaking your head yes, and you like, this pre-approval has a mission slip attached to it. I'm like, well, what does it mean? what is this? Yeah. I don't know. So I tell people, do your due diligence when picking people. Go on their pages, see what they're about. Ask reviews. Ask around social media. Ask a neighbor. You can see on social who's closing and who's not closing. You be like, these people don't never close. These people always close. I mean, let me call and get some numbers, or I tell people, interview a couple people. If you don't think that you want to work with me, I'm just saying, call somebody else. I can tell you whether we're gonna be a match or not. I'll be like, this not gonna work. I'm like, you may need this person. You just ask people, you see how they work, you get a feel for them, and you go, you get the house, you close, and let that be that. Because the home buying experience is a team process. Yeah. It's supposed to be an easy process, not supposed to be so difficult. And we want it to be a rewarding process for you. We want you to get them keys. We want them checks. Yes, we do want the check. We want you to be happy in your house. Mm-hmm. But we want that envelope to slide across that table. Because while you busy jingling them keys, I'm like this. Like, thank you so much. Like, yeah. But it's meant for everybody to be at the table smiling, the buyer, the seller, the LO, the title rep, the realtor. We should be all there laughing and having a good time. You get in your car, you go home and look at your house, and you unpack or pack up, and that's that.
Yeah, if you guys choose the wrong realtor or lender or whatever, it could be a bad experience.
You'll be on your couch damn, I'm not going nowhere. Yeah. And you can actually waste money and time.
Oh, big time.
Because you can start
seller's time, realtor's time, LO's time, your time.
Yeah, you can start wasting time. You just keep running your credit over and over again, and it's just not a good look. So you have to be careful. Who you choose, because it's a major, probably the biggest purchase you're gonna make in your life. Exactly. Is buying your home or selling your home, and here you are. And I tell people, I still contact LOs when I'm on the selling end, because we as realtors will get clients that come in trying to buy. I'm like, girl, you need a pre-approval. I'm like, I don't call them. Because they'll come in by themselves or whatever, and they don't have a pre-approval. They want to know how much it is and this and that. And I'm like, you need to call them, or you need because you don't want to waste your time. I'm like, I don't want to waste your time. I don't want you wasting my time. Always get the pre-approval. Same thing with sellers. I'm like, it's good to be in contact with LO while you're selling, because you want to make sure that the people buying can close. Because I have no control over the pre-approvals that come to me as a selling agent, but I can look at the pre-approval and be like, oh no, let me send this over to Marcus. I ain't never heard of this bank. Right. I'm like, oh no. Right. First of all, it's a bank, so we already strike one. Yeah. I'm like, this not gonna work. So I tell my sellers, you need to contact the LO. They like, why? I'm like, because we're gonna start getting offers with pre-approvals, and somebody with the financial know-how needs to go over this it's not the realtor.
Exactly.
A lot of realtors play loan officers, and it gets them in trouble because they start quoting numbers and turn times and this and that. And I'm like, don't do that.
Right.
Just
screw yourself.
right. Get somebody who knows what they're doing. They can tell you, Damon, this is gonna take 3 days, or they gotta pull this sort of income, or I don't know how they're gonna do this, or if they buying cash, how many do I need to see the cash? Do I need to see the bank statements? How many months of bank statements do I need to see? Is this a real bank? Right. Is this a real bank statement? That's a whole nother show. I had that disaster too.
No way.
Oh,
seriously?
You can make them up. I didn't know. Y'all, you learn so much in the video. You can make them up at home.
Wow.
The girl got on. She printed out. She was with Bank of America. You can print out.
Hard to do.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Accomplices were asking for bank statements. I was like, I can just make that in Photoshop.
No way.
Wow. Take your real bank statement.
Yep, she took a real one.
Then just take like a white box, cover everything, match the texture of it, and just add the stuff in.
Yep, and they were flipping.
I'm joking.
They were flipping
Not
through.
yet, but I am looking for an apartment soon.
Right, like, give me that number, 248.
2 million.
Right, I was like, oh, so you need somebody to look over that because we're not lawyers, we're not financial advisors. I'm like, ooh, call your loan office. That's like, look, that's like, look, 2 sets of eyes is better than one. I'm like, have somebody else look over this so that way you'll know as a seller that you are going to close. If nothing works than selling somebody's home with a pre-approval that you thought was legit and then come to find out it's not.
Exactly.
You will get fired on the spot.
That's the issue with like Quicken Loans. A lot of times their pre-approvals are not like underwritten pre-approval. They haven't verified their income at all. So it's like they're just quick, and it's quick. When you see Quicken, oh wow, they're trustworthy. But
no, I'm gonna stop you right now. Side note, the realtors we don't.
Yeah.
It's an unwritten rule. We be like this. I can say it because it's my show.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'd rather you go to a credit union than use them.
Really?
I just the last one I did. The lady worked there.
Okay.
Do you know they couldn't find my closing packet? Not my check. I knew I wasn't gonna get that. They could not find the closing packet.
No way.
I was at my office in Ferndale calling down to them downtown Detroit, and he got so smart with me. I was like, oh, I'm not saying that you have it. It's do all that in-house stuff. I said, do you know who in your title company has it? Because it's 3:00 on Friday. What if I was going out of town?
Yeah.
So now I gotta go find a paper check. I was like, well, who has it?
Wow.
I don't deal with them. If you come to me with that pre-approval, I'm gonna send you to somebody else because it's my business. I own my business.
What else don't you like? Like, what else do you think on the realtor? Because I know why I don't like them, but why don't you like them on the realtor?
For me, with my business with them, it's too many people on the loan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what I tell my clients.
It's at least. And I'm not exaggerating. Am I getting you out here on time? What time is it?
Oh no, someone keeps texting me.
Tell him quit texting him. He on the camera. We got 2 minutes. I'm gonna be quick. It's too many people on the loan when you use them, and then when you do find someone who kind of know what they're doing, they quit. I've had people quit during the middle of the loan, like, well, so then you kind of start over with a whole new team of people.
Wow.
And these were employees of those. These weren't strangers. These were people who worked there.
Yeah.
And they say that they don't use them, they get in trouble. I'm not gonna say the F word.
Oh yeah, if they're members. Oh yeah,
I'm like, oh okay, but it's way too many people touching the loan. Their phone etiquette is awful, and they wanted too much of my information. Oh, like I wasn't on the selling end of it. Why do you need all my stuff? I was like.
I was talking to a realtor this morning. She was saying that somehow Quicken came up. We were just having a convo. Somehow Quicken came up and she's like, oh, no, I'm not dealing with them. She goes, because she was talking about she likes communication. But then we started talking about, she goes, no, these guys call me all day.
Too much.
Oh, they're over communicating.
Weird numbers, texting, the call, and the email. And I was like, oh.
She said the word she uses is they hound you.
They hound you. And it was like,
that's probably what they want all your info because they want to get you in the system, start sending out all this.
I was like, oh no, this was a one hitter quitter. I was like, this was because the client worked with y'all, and I said, I'm not trying to be rude. I said I didn't have she asked me why, and I said because they couldn't find my closing packet.
Yeah, that's big. That's a big.
And I kept my mouth shut while the loan was going on because I was like, ooh, don't make them mad or you ain't gonna never close. And then we closed and I was like, ooh, where's my money at? And it was just, and it was so funny. Well, not funny at the time.
Looking back at it.
Thank God that my end of title, we did a split title. Do you know my title girl had to call their title to get the email sent back to them to go pick my check over in Auburn Hills up to fight 5 o'clock traffic from Ferndale going to Auburn Hills. Ooh, when I tell y'all I was in the car like this, and you can't do nothing with. So this is a packet that has to go to my broker.
Yeah.
So Ferndale to Auburn Hills home. I'm not going back to Ferndale to do what with a dead check. It was too late at that point. So do your homework. Don't use everybody because you're not closing. I was just like, I don't know banks, no credit unions for these Realty Solutions, no big Qs this year for me.
And the issue with the credit unions and banks, let me know if you agree, but like on the weekends, a lot of my clients, they call me while they're switching phones. They're hey, real quick, I want to put an offer on this home. What's the estimated monthly payment for it? Well, hey, give me the address, and I give them because I'm always right there on the weekend. I mean, I work on the weekends. Yeah. I give you my personal cell phone. But, with these credit unions and banks, is that the same?
Thursday, they done.
No way.
Thursday, they're done.
Wow.
When it was this local credit union, my client was a member of, it was across the street from her job, but I told her, remember when you used to go back? Oh, Trick will remember. He's a little older than you. Remember you used to go in the bank and credit union and it had a whole bunch of employees? Okay. And you go in now, it's like 3 tellers.
Right. Yeah.
And so she was at a mindset like, oh, it's going to be a bunch of, no, honey, they send it out. They out of state. Nobody's in there calculating your loan or whatever. Yeah. It was the story I told in class. She was conventional. We thought she was FHA.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I mean, damn. So, and then he tried to say, oh, I told you it was conventional. No, there's no way. Wow. There's no way you said this loan was conventional. I just was like, all right, they do not work past Thursday. This guy didn't start till 11. If you called at 11, he had a meeting at 12 that he was getting ready for. Yeah. So it was always me leaving, and I hate leaving voicemails like that. Leaving voicemails to then get a call back at 2 o'clock. Yeah. In realtor time, 2 o'clock is the end of the business day. We're like, what you want me to do now? And I was submitting offers, but I was trying to get him to do what you do, to call, but I couldn't get him to call the other realtor because he wouldn't even answer my phone.
Yeah, especially in the competitive market. That's so
it was this last summer. That was just You had hours. And that was it. You was in a line like, please, sir, please, sir. So I'm already FHA. I'm already dealing with a lender a credit union who doesn't work. Yeah. And
bad experience.
It was a bad experience. Thank God I have some mortgage knowledge to do a little bit of follow-up. We finally got the deal done.
There you go.
But it was he even told me, I'm sorry, didn't come to her closing either. Yeah. He was local. We closed 2 miles from his office. 2.
Wow.
He did not show up. My Mr. Loan did not show up. And that Mr. Closing was this much paperwork. Wow. I was like, ooh, who going with me to this? It was like, who used to work in underwriting? You, come on. It was, so I tell people, I like face-to-face. I like phone call, I like text. I need to know. You don't necessarily have to be in my face. I need to know, like, if I call you today, can I get a call back tomorrow?
Right.
It's just, I don't want to be trading voicemails back and forth. Like, and when I call, I'm like, call the client. You ain't got to call me. Call your client. Like, hey, what's going on? But I don't have that problem anymore. I went through that last year. I told my broker, was it okay? Because it is my business, but it's his shop. I was like, I can't deal with banks and credit unions this year. Yeah, no. He was like, Damon, it's your business. I'm just not. Unless you are the president of said bank. Other than that, I'm like, you got to call the broker. You got to call loan officers. There's no way. And I'm leaning more broker because now they're trying to call their people loan officers. I'm like, no, they ain't got no license.
No.
I'm like, you don't
get the bank license.
Right. I'm like, you got the bank license. That's your license. I'm like, that's not your license. So I'm heavy. I'm all broker. There will be no bank credit union my way. I'm just not.
That's from a realtor.
I'm just not. I made that pledge the beginning of this. I was really doing it December. I was like, when this closed, I'm making that announcement. I'm like, no, it's much of a headache. I lost, what's that, 12, 8, $23,000 because of Ace Bank. I lost $23,000 because of Ace Bank. Didn't get fired from them clients. I lost $23,000. Yeah. 2 closings in a row. One deal I was doing both sides, and then the other one it was a large deal, $23,000. Yeah, I was like, well, I guess I gotta go show some houses. Yeah, they cost me a fortune. All summer I was going back and forth with them. $23,000. I was like, damn. Like wow. But you learn. It's all about life lessons. Listen. Here we are. I can't. If you're not a broker, LO, I can't. I'm not trying to be funny, but it's my business and bills are due. These lights y'all see don't pay for themselves. You see, I have to wear ties and stuff now, so this money has to come from somewhere. It is what it is. I'm not a big money person, but I don't work for free neither. Of course. I give value. Yep. I give you some value. Here you go. But I have to pay my bills and here we are. But I don't want my client to be frustrated because they look at a bank as like old school bank. Yeah. They look at a bank. They don't look at a bank like they don't know what they're doing. They look at a bank like the bank says, I'm only can get 150. I'm only getting 150.
That's how it used to be back in the day.
Yeah.
2008, they think all brokers are, no brokers are not good anymore. We'll just stick with the banks.
No, the banks are the worst.
It's flipping over now. It's kind of
they are the absolute worst. Oh, we got a call. You making a face?
No, I just saw a tweet that I'm trying to figure out if it's true or not.
Oh, should we ask what it says? No.
Something about Gordon Ramsay being dead.
Oh no.
So to be determined.
Oh no, I hope not. It's about that time. I'm gonna let him get out of here and back to work. Trip will have all his contact information, but you can tell him your contact information now, and we'll have it on the video as well. Yeah. So if they want you, how do they get a hold of you?
Text me, call me, email, whatever the client prefers.
Okay, give them your number and your email.
248-808-2456. Email is marcus@theballyteam.com.
Give it to them again because they didn't write it down.
We got 248-808-2456. And then if you want to contact me by email, it's marcus@theballyteam.com.
There we go.
Yep.
So,
or social media.
Oh, boom. There we go.
Media.
I'm gonna work with him on his social media. It's almost there. It's almost there. We gotta get him. I went to his Instagram and was like, because I asked him for pictures, and he was like, then I went to his page. I was like, well, we can't post that picture. Your legs are spread eagle. I said, well, that's not gonna work. And so he was like, what should I send you? I was like, appropriate one. But I'm glad he asked. These young kids. I'm like, appropriate ones. Didn't get a problem. It's okay. So it's okay. So now he has to whip a picture together from Trip because Trip will do a blast out when this video comes out. I mean, it's out now that I'm gonna I'll be saying me, like y'all know I don't be doing this stuff. Trip is gonna package it now. See, I'm taking credit. It's a team effort around here. But we'll get that put out and but
let's do it.
I'm super excited.
Thank you for having me, David.
No, thank you. Oh, for sure. I'm all about. I said that my One Wine Wednesday. I'm building up people. I'm staying consistent this year. I'm fucking with people who fuck with me, and I mean that not just to be cussing. I'm used to really, really spend a lot of time chasing people. And they wouldn't give me the time of day. Now I'm like, y'all inviting me? Oh, let's go. Bally. There we go. I'm just like, you have to mess with people who mess with you. I drink this one type of wine. I reached out to them. They told me they didn't partner with nobody. You may see me drinking that wine. I won't mention their name no more unless it's an accident. I'm just not. I feel like, and this is not Gary calls it a humble brag. This is my humble brag. If Gary V follow me, shit, you can too. I'll be like, if Gary can follow me, you can too. So here you go. I'll be like, listen, I'm not just giving
You know your worth.
Yeah, I'm just not giving product placement and here we are and all that other mumbo jumbo. I'm like, like, hey, it's a digital world. You can give me a shout out, like, here you go. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to give you this.
Wow.
Everybody gets a gift for coming on. Now you be quiet if you didn't get this. Everybody gets a Trip don't want no gift. He want to get the paycheck. This is for you for coming on. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it because he has a real job here. And I know it's outside your day. I was bugging him about carts and getting lunch delivered. And, I need this room. I need that light. What are you doing? I know what it's like to work. And then somebody texting you like this. What this motherfucker want now? No. So,
it's always great having you, man. Thank you
when he turns 21, y'all, he will open. He's not gonna open it before. He'll be 21.
I'm my dad. I'm gonna go home and be like, hey, Dad.
Hey, look what I need for work today. I didn't get a paycheck, but I got you some champagne. Here you go. But thank you so much. You go home and get some rest.
Thank you for having me.
I'm pooped. Oh, before we go, who are you taking to the Super Bowl? Who do you want for the Super Bowl?
Hey, I don't know who's playing. Hey, I want to be honest with you. I didn't know who's playing in the Super Bowl.
I don't know either.
Oh my God, I'm the odd man out.
Hey,
sports
not
Damon.
Oh, I don't.
Sports night with Damon. I want
Who's playing? Tell me. Stafford. That's all I know.
The Rams and the Bengals in Cincinnati. I like Cincinnati. We're close to them. I have friends in Cincinnati as the gridiron team. I think they for sure deserve to beat it. They only won 2 games last year. They fought their way back. When they beat Green Bay, I was like, hallelujah, here we go. I think it's going to be a good game. I really do.
I'm going to watch it.
Stafford got an edge. He like, him just being there, he already won. I tell people, he already won. It's like seeing somebody who counted you out. I can respect his hustle. He like, shit, I'm at the Super Bowl. Y'all, we didn't know what to do with him here. And people are like, no, you can't be mad. I am not a hater. I'm like, get it. I'm so happy for them. 2 teams that were counted out, a quarterback, they was like, you came from the Lions, you're not going to do nothing. I like when people laugh at people. I'm like, they laughed at me. Now look at me. I'm talking to the #1 brokerage. People laughed at me, and here I am. Okay. So I think they both are winners. I know that doesn't sound hot, but I can't.
Like you want Stafford.
Secretly, I want Stafford just because I've been a Lions fan all my life. I grew up at a Pontiac Silverdome, so I've always been a Lions fan. Yeah. But to see him get it and so fast, like damn, like that just lets me know that their team is like hallelujah, we going to the damn Super Bowl because they move stadiums, they move cities. They've been in the uproar. We had COVID, they moved. Here we go. To me, they already won. Just being there, to me, they already won. I like that. And for Cincinnati, only have won 2 games last year. You couldn't have told me they won 2 games. They won in the Super Bowl. I was like, no. So to me, shout out to both of them. I'm really probably gonna watch halftime to be honest, because they got everybody performing. But it's the old folks. You don't know these people. Ooh. It's Dr. Dre and Snoop and Eminem.
Oh, really?
He like, who's these people, David? I don't know who these people.
I know Dre and Snoop. And
See,
I'm in this more.
Look,
my time
where my side out? Like, so this halftime show is for us 35 plus people, but we're gonna be super excited. I'm watching this. So next year we'll have our own Super Bowl commercial. We're like, hey, do you need a house? I'm just saying anything is possible. But thank you guys for all the support. Thank you for coming on and staying late. I appreciate it. I thought I was going to have them out of here at 7. Thank you for all the support. Share this out when it comes out. You can share this out tonight if you want to. It's fine. I'm sure. When you see his information, give him a call. Even if it's nothing for a discussion to see your next steps about buying your home. Yeah. He's doing 0 down. We're doing appraisals. We're doing your inspection for you. Free of cost, so there's really no excuse besides you picking up your phone and making it happen. Exactly. That's it. Anything else?
Appreciate you, David. Thank you, man.
That's it.
Appreciate it. Seriously.
And as always,
Trip as well.
You got to get a shout out to Trip. And as always, here's hoping that your open house will close soon. Bye, everybody.